Yo, yo, it is your boy Invincible, and you are watching a new episode of the Gentleman Club Diary. We got an exciting guest. I know this is a different type of scenery right here on the boat. Well, our exciting guest that I have, she goes by the name of Victoria. Is that what you prefer to be called?
Victoria from Venus.
Victoria from Venus, and we're going to get into why she says Victoria from Venus. She told me a pretty interesting story. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the show Victoria from Venus.
What's up?
All right. So Victoria from Venus, I want to touch on that a little bit later, but I want to know, like, where are you from? Where are you from?
I am originally from North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I moved to LA when I was 18, and I've been here ever since. I'm officially an LA, Cali girl.
she got indoctrinated to the Los Angeles.
Indoctrinated, hell
so,
yeah.
So what made you want to be part of, what made you stay here?
As soon as it's like a while to get used to LA, but I just belong here. Like, I just am a California person. I'm not a North Carolina person. You know
what's interesting is that California kind of does that to people, right? Yeah. Like our swagger.
And like out there, when, like, for example, when my sister got married and like her wedding pictures, it looks like I was photoshopped in. Like, it doesn't look like I'm real in the picture with like those people out there. Like, I don't fit in with it. I don't look like them. Like, I have a different, like, I'm 5'10" and I weigh like 115. Like, I belong in Cali.
She belongs in Cali, and
like, I'm just a different build, or what. I am like I look like a unicorn when I'm out there. People are like, who the fuck is this? Yeah. Like, who is this girl?
Yeah, one thing I did notice, you have very nice long legs.
Yeah, that's my
long
thing.
legs.
Oh, yeah.
And her legs. So are the legs is that what guys compliment you on the most?
That's one of my favorite assets of myself.
I like your legs. You got nice legs. God damn. So I want to get into because you were an exotic dancer, right? I want to get into basically how you got started, or who put you up on game on even wanting to be a dancer or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. So my mother is a dancer.
Your mother's a dancer?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And so she's a lifelong, like, that's all that she knows type. She's never had a normal job. She's never paid a bill on her own in her life. Like, she's just been being pampered her whole life. So when I was, obviously, me being as cute as I am, she was like, hey, like, this is money.
Wow.
So me and my little sister, she both like put us on, basically. So when I was like in 12th grade, that's where it started. But then by the time I was like 19 or 20, I was like, you know what, this lifestyle, like, I want something better for myself. So then I got into like college and all that kind of stuff, and then I went on a whole different journey. So yeah.
That is interesting. So you mean to tell me your mom introduced you to being a stripper?
Yeah.
Because she was a stripper. Yeah. And your sister was a stripper.
Yeah, my little sister too.
So it runs in the family. Wow.
Yeah. It's genetic.
It's genetically running it's in your DNA.
Yeah.
Now,
like, we're not the housewife type.
No.
You know? We're too cute to be kept in the house.
Right?
Right. My mom is hot. Like, she's hot as fuck. Like, so yeah.
Do you think she ever felt bad? Like, damn, I'm showing my
daughters. I don't. She's the type of person that I don't think she feels bad for anything she's ever done in her life.
Oh, wow.
We're not gonna go into detail about that.
Okay,
but
we won't.
Yeah. She's that type of dancer.
What about
she's the ruthless type, you know?
She's ruthless? Damn. Yeah. That sounds kind of ruthless.
I don't know how I became like the sweetheart. Like, I just am a sweetheart type of, you know. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful I'm not the same type as my mom.
You seem super nice. Yeah. I mean, I liked your vibe immediately. You got a good vibe to you.
Thank you.
Maybe too nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, people will take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and she bought me a coffee, so she knew that's like a sweet spot of mine. But what I was going to tell you is that so did you work with your mom ever?
We did work for like a week. I stayed with her. She was like, okay, we're going to go bank out real quick on this because, like, we're going to make extra money since, like, I'll be like, hey, this is my daughter. Take us to the VIP.
Wild.
And so yeah, that was like I was like 18 at the time, and yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
So, ladies and
And
gentlemen,
I was just like, and now that I'm like grown, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not normal.
yeah.
Okay.
that ain't normal.
That's not normal.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
she's actually worked with her mom as a dancer.
Yes.
Now, what
Like
was
shout out mom. She would die if she saw this, if she knew I was putting her on blast, because
Oh,
she's
damn.
very like
ain't know about that
yeah,
stuff?
she's very secretive. She never told anyone ever about her life. So you know what I mean? She everything. But anyways, yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah, hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, right.
We are getting your story. This
Yeah.
is your story, and hey, this is
Yeah.
what we're getting into now. What was that experience like working with your mom in the strip club?
you know, I was just so like and young, and like had no idea yet about life or anything. So I was just kind of. Honestly, like I had like epic experiences the whole way through. Like I'm a very optimistic person.
Yeah.
I'm like almost like delusionally optimistic. So yeah, it was just like, it was fun. It was cool. Like we banked, you know. I had my little chubby cheeks, like my baby fat. I had braces at the time, and like, you know, I was like, oh yeah, I just graduated high school 2 days ago, and they're like, oh my God, like they just want to hear about like, oh wow, you were just in, that means you're like a kid. You know?
Whoa.
So they want to hear all like, okay, what classes are you know, like, oh, I'm in algebra. You know what I mean? Pre-algebra or something, you know.
Yeah, I would have tripped out. I would have been like, nah.
Yeah, now that I'm an adult, I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, that is. So now looking back, do you ever like, what the hell was I doing? Yeah, what was my mom thinking?
Right? Yeah. So,
you do?
Yeah, no.
I mean, but it's good that time passed, and you end up moving forward.
Yeah.
And so you end up did you continue to dance after that?
I danced for about like a year to a year and a half, yeah.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
And you're able to break away from dancing, which I always find like troubling for some dancers. They're like, I can't get out. Like, I don't know how to get out. So I'm wondering, like, how did you break that?
So the thing is, okay, so I think partially also because I saw my mom be like addicted to the lifestyle her whole, like since I was like a little, like when I was in like kindergarten, we would be doing like her laundry, you know, of like all the stripper stuff, you know? And so I always like was analyzing her and like how she's stuck, you know what I mean? Like she's addicted to this life, you know? And so I immediately and then when the first club that I ever worked at, there was also like a 50-year-old lady that worked there. At the time, my mom was still young, you know?
Yeah.
But there was like a 50-year-old lady, and I was like, I made a promise to myself. I was like, by the time I'm 21, I am going to have gotten out of this. So I said, when I turn 21, I am never again going to come and work in it. Like, I made that promise to myself, and I stuck to that. By the time I was 20, I never danced again after that. Now that I'm older and my life is epic, I would go back a little bit, just kind of for fun. But yeah, so through the networking of like all the interesting and connected people that you meet at the club, through that, I totally just went on to like a whole new path. Like I think the first job that I got like out of the club was from a client. But anyway,
I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying.
So he had like a $6 million mansion on the ocean, and so he hired me to be a chef for his kids. He had 3 little kids, and he was going through a divorce. So his wife had their main mansion, and then he had a new mansion on the ocean. And so I worked for him as a chef. Every day I would come and just like cook healthy food for his kids. And then his wife he ended up having me work for his wife also at her mansion, taking care of her horses. So I was making $8,000 a month as a chef, cooking 3 meals a day for little kids, which was like epic. Yes. And so so just like things like that. And then later there became drama because he got jealous about because he thought that his ex-wife was gonna like steal me from him.
Was she lesbian?
So no, but she was a baddie. She was like one of those like you know, the little blonde housewives, you know, with the fake boobs and all, you know. And I had a total I was totally like fangirling over her, and I'm like, I want to work for her full time. Like, why am I working for this fool, you know? And so he started tripping, thinking that like I'm gonna run away with his ex-wife, you know. So that became like a little bit drama or whatever. And so then another past client who like saw potential in me, he was like, I'm an intellectual person. So he was like, you know what? how much are you getting paid at that job? I'm like, $8,000 a month when I'm 19, you know? And he's like, okay, I'll pay you $10,000 a month to come work for my company. So he bought me out of that job. And he's like, okay, but you need to learn accounting. I'm going to pay for you to do the school for accounting and all that. And I'm like, hell yeah. He's like, if I pay you, and I'm going to pay you during the time that you're going to school, and then whenever you complete school, you're going to come work for my business. He's like, no person there is going to know how we met, whatever, like 100% we're solid. Your past is never going to be mentioned. It's never going to be used against you, and you're going to live like a legit life. Like leave that shit behind, and that was it.
Dang.
And so and then I ended up working up the ladder with that company, and I ended up like owning shit with them, and like it was insane. It was really cool.
Sounds insane. So you were a chef making. She makes the best peanut butter jelly sandwiches ever. They're the best.
Hell yeah, the best mac and cheese. Yeah.
Mac and cheese, P&J. Go to her.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm messing with you.
I know,
but,
no, I make like exquisite food, but anyways,
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
I gotta try your cooking though. I'll be honest. I'm a good food critic. I go through Los Angeles, Inland Empire, San Fernando Valley, and I try to find like. I'm a food guy. I love food. I'm not fat right now. I lost some weight, but I'll probably end up gaining that weight pretty soon. Okay. All right, I want to get into about you were talking about how dancers when you go out now as a customer, because now every once in a while,
I love going as a client, as a customer.
What ends up happening about people that work in the industry, we kind of go out and we know about tipping and different things. So you go out as a customer, and you were telling me off camera about like how people can kind of be vultures. So what do you think the strip club customer service is like right now?
So a lot of girls, instead of them working together to help each other, because they could work together and like they all could make more money if they worked together, and helped each other, but they're more like they're kind of like, some of them are just shysty to each other, and they're so like concerned about like being the one, and which is like, bro, you're in a club, you know what I mean? It's like, you're not ever gonna be the one, you know what I mean?
There's like
there's like 50 half naked women, like like you're all beautiful in your own unique way, but you know what I mean? It's not like that, but some of them they're not able to like accept that part of it, so they're all trying to like kind of like own on one client or whatever, and so that like annoys me, because like, bro, like we're all just gonna have fun. Like I make it rain on like every single girl that goes on, like if I'm there, every single girl's gonna get rain, you know what I mean? They call me the meteorologist, by the way.
Oh dang. So we are gonna go to a strip club. We gotta like document, we gotta like vlog it, right? Like me, Victoria, gonna go to the strip club and make it rain. Okay, so you make it rain on the girls, but you were saying that they kind of come at you guys like vultures in a way.
Like it's like they try to be like, oh, this is my client or whatever, whatever, but it's like, clients are clients, like they're gonna go through the roster,
ringer,
they're
So what do you think about like customer service, like for a dancer that was like starting out, or maybe a dancer that's even been doing it? Like what's some advice you can give to them to not be a vulture, and to understand that, hey, there's enough bread for everyone?
There's enough money to go around, so just I feel like be each other's allies, you know what I mean? And like if you have already there's a point at which you've like maxed out with one client, you know what I mean? Like y'all done all of the things, and now he wants something new. So instead of trying to cling on to him when he's done and he wants something new, you could be like, hey, this is my girlfriend, and now bring her into the equation. Then you can also then commission off of her, and then now you put your friend on instead of it being some rando, you know what I mean? So now y'all two could be working together, both making money for each other, you know what I mean? Instead of, you know what I mean? Otherwise you're just gonna get cut out of the equation. And then you're gonna be all pissed, but like no, like work together.
This is good game.
Like I'm gonna be like, girl, my girlfriend's coming through. Okay,
this is good game.
Now me and her are both gonna bang. We're gonna go get our nails done together tomorrow because we both came up. This is really good game. You know what? Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
And the camera guy was like, whoa, because he goes to the strip club regularly, and he was wondering, like, he's kind of getting burnt out with the same girl. But I'm like, bro, this this is perfect for those fellas that do go to strip clubs that are getting burnt out with that one dancer, right?
And then also you gotta, like, if you bring someone you like, so they already know, like, she's cool, like, she's my people, she's cool, she's not gonna be on no sketchy weird shit. He's cool, he's my people. So it's like that cut out half of the like issues, and half of the footwork is this person cool? Are they about this or that? What issues are gonna arise? You already know the backstory if you like connect people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then it takes out all the, you know, you're not dealing with sketchy people or whatever, because there's a lot of sketchiness that goes on, you know? And so it's safer if you're like, hey, this is my homegirl, you know, this is my person, my client, whatever, like, and then you all get to vouch for each other, and then you're set. You know what I mean?
That's dope, because I know off camera we're talking about like relationships, and you were saying that you were kind of open to being in a somewhat open relationship, right? With like having a
I think that the perfect relationship would be 2 women and 1 man, and then like I want like a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
See?
And then, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, listen to that. This is perfect, right? This is the kind of relationship that I would love. That you're cool with that, right?
Yeah.
And you think it would actually work?
It would work if everyone was emotionally mature. If all 3 people are like mentally sound and like emotionally mature and like comfortable with themselves, then it absolutely would work, I think. Yeah.
So you would prefer that though?
Yeah. Because then there's no, like you can't, people try to like own each other, but it's like you cannot own someone, you cannot control someone. The more you try to control someone is the more that you don't have control, you know what I mean? So that's like what everyone's issue is that, you know, I don't know.
No, I think that's correct, because I sometimes question, like, are people really meant to just be with one person? Maybe
really.
that's the way. That's maybe the way the United States has made it. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of open-minded to the fact of maybe bringing other partners into it. Other female partners. You know what I mean?
Other female partners.
But okay, so being a dancer, right? You were saying it's really good for networking. So if you were to tell a dancer out there, what would you tell them as in regards to networking and how you used it to network?
So absolutely, like the most valuable thing about dancing is the network, more so than the immediate money that you're going to make. The immediate money is just to survive right now, today, tomorrow. But the network that you can create through that is going to set you for life if you use it proper, if you like go about it in a smart way, you know. So I mean, you can like you can work your way up and out of that, because you don't want to get stuck in that. I mean, some people do, and that is what it is, but you don't want to get, whenever I go to the club nowadays, like if there's a young girl like 20 or under, I'm like, this is a stepping stone. Do not get stuck. Like, you see that girl, you said, don't be them. Don't get stuck in here, because this is it. Like having people throw cash money onto your naked body is not normal. You don't want to. It's fun as fuck. It's epic, but it's not normal. That's not normal life. You want to do it for fun. You know what I mean? It's not like throwing cash money onto a naked woman is like the funnest thing ever. But that's not reality, though. It's not the reality that is. So you want to use that to level up to something else, you know what I mean? So
So you've actually told dancers this?
Yes, I'll be in there preaching. Like when I'm in there, when you see me on Instagram making it rain and stuff, I'm in there preaching. If you see me with a youngster, yes, I'm like preaching to her, you know what I mean? Like giving her, like lacing her up about life, you know, because you don't, like, it's not later you're gonna be like, wow, what is my life? You know what I mean? If you've done nothing with your life, you haven't, like, at least go to school, you know, like go to college, you know, like.
I think it's good advice. You know, I think, you know, it's funny because we had a little event at my spot, and there was this, one of the dancers, you know, she was talking to a potential customer, and the customer tells her, "You're so beautiful. Why are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this?" And I'm kind of overseeing this and just listening. He's like, "You need to stop. I need to get you out of this." But in my head, I'm like, "Bro, you can't afford her. You can't."
Right,
And I know we were talking about how to use basic, not use, or maybe it is using, but
how to utilize
a customer
Yeah.
for your benefit. Can you explain?
Yeah, so like people, they want to save you, they want to take you out of there, but it's like, okay, that you don't want someone to save you and take you out and then you're just sitting at their house. Why would you be sitting at stuck in someone's house when you could be sitting at the club having fun? No, but what they can do is what they can afford, if they can't afford your whole entire lifestyle, they can afford your tuition. That's what they can afford. That's how they can get you out, is they can pay for your school if they want to, you know what I mean? And like run it. Be like, okay, let's fucking enroll in school, And then there you go. That's your route out, or do you own a business? Hire me. I'll be your accountant. I'll be your assistant, or put me through classes to teach me how to do whatever it is. What position do you have? I've had people create positions in their companies to give me, because they want to put me on with them, It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a good learner, Like dancers have potential. They have the drive to do what it takes, to do whatever it takes to get that. You know what I mean? Whereas some people, they don't have that push to do what other people are afraid to do. So if you'll do what other people are scared to do to make it, that's a good trait to have that not everyone has. So you already are like one up, So then, but you have to use that for like, to better your life and to do,
Yes.
Yeah.
So what she's basically saying is, in layman terms, is that you basically don't get the quick money.
Yeah.
Think about it for long-term money.
Yeah,
the long-term
exactly,
money.
yeah.
And somebody could be, they can help you get to the next level.
Yeah, exactly,
in life.
yeah.
And that's why you got to be open-minded. So this is really good game. This is like, this is something that I haven't heard really from a dancer.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this, because you don't hear this often.
Yeah.
You just hear that they want to just tax them, or
Yeah,
they want to
yeah.
hustle them or
Yeah,
scam
yeah.
them. And that's what I try to tell girls, is like, don't scam them.
Yeah,
like,
don't. When I was 18 years old, one of the first people that I ever met in the club, we're tight. He lives still on the East Coast. I live 3,000 miles away. He calls me regularly to make sure I'm good. If I'm having an emergency in my life, he will wire me money. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him in maybe 8 or 9 years, but he's like, he has my back. You know what I mean? And that's one of the first people I ever met in the club. You know what I mean? Don't ever burn a client. I always say, don't. You know what I mean? Like,
don't burn a client.
And your reputation. If you do something stupid, then that's, you know what I mean? You're burnt out. Now you're going to get fired. You got to go find another club. And then another girl's going to go there and be like, oh, she worked here, whatever. Like, don't burn your reputation.
But
I'm about to have oysters after this.
Oh,
I'm going to have
gonna
oysters.
Be like horny right now.
Yeah. That's funny.
No, I'm messing with you. Well, is that true that the fucking oysters make you horny?
I don't know. I mean, they definitely I feel like they heighten your mood. Like they just make you like giggly and like happy kind of.
They're like a what do you call that?
They have a lot of like vitamins and minerals. They're very like healthy, so I feel like your cells are like rejuvenated whenever you eat oysters.
So they kind of make you like your serotonin. Are they good for you?
Probably something like that.
They're like a happy food.
Yeah.
I got to try that. Like maybe eat a bunch of oysters.
Yeah.
So whenever you want to like eat a bunch of oysters and see like, are you horny or
right?
What does it do? Like, does it make you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? One time, okay, side story. Oh my God, I've never told anyone this out loud. So one time I was in a very, very my one deep relationship with my life. Okay, we went and got oysters, and then on the way home, I'm driving. He's in the passenger, and I was giving him head while I was driving home right after having. So I'm like, okay, that was
after the oysters.
That was probably the oyster. Like we're gonna blame that on the oysters.
Damn.
No alcohol, just oysters.
Blame it on it. We should do a song.
But I'm like driving.
Blame it on the oysters.
It just happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah.
Okay.
Or it was love. It was either love or the oysters. Yeah.
All right, so
Anyways.
no, we're gonna try oysters. I like wonder like we should get like a 12. Or maybe 2 dozens of oysters. Yeah. And just see what happens.
Just
like,
see what happens,
if you connect. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. I should be dope though, because I like oysters.
Right.
I love oysters. Like.
Oh yeah.
But okay, so I want to
We should do it.
You want to do it on camera?
We
like just kind of figure out, like vlog it. Like, all right, we're gonna try our first dozen of oysters,
right.
and then
it'd be like eating mushrooms. Like, see, like what do we
do
you feel it? Do you feel it?
We feel it. It'd be wild, right?
Yeah.
Do oysters really? That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Do oysters really make you horny?
Oh yeah, let's figure it out.
Yeah.
We gotta plan that. Put that on the schedule.
I'm about to talk sexual right now because you're making me. See, we need some oysters right here.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
We have some.
I'm an oyster connoisseur too.
Are you?
Like, yeah, I like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know what? Oysters.
handle
Okay,
it.
what's a good place that has good oysters?
Okay, Water Grill.
I love the Water Grills
Okay,
oysters because I love they
Water
have
Grill,
like that
yeah.
like I don't know what it is. It's not hot, but it's like
Yeah.
it's bomb.
Yeah. So there's Water Grill. There's also King's Fish House. That's
I like
an epic one
almost
too. Where else? Those are like my two. That's my two good ones. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I love those. So we're gonna have ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have some oysters.
Oh yeah.
And we're
Part
gonna see if
two.
we really get horny. Yeah. We,
Right.
if we get horny, we'll let you know. Like, yo, we
Right.
gotta turn off the cameras.
Yeah, right.
Because these things really do work.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Momo.
Right? Hey, she said, Momo. I'm down with Momo. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. All right. So I want to get into like, okay, since we're talking about things that kind of alter your physical state or make you feel aroused. I want to get into like, because you're telling me about some DMT type of stuff. That you're into like mushrooms and stuff, right?
Yeah. So I am a self-taught chemist, and I'm also a mycologist.
Mycologist.
Yeah,
Can you explain that? 'Cause I
Yeah,
probably
no
didn't
one knows
pronounce
what that means. Okay, so that's
Mycologist?
a person who studies and grows fungi, mycelium, which is mushrooms. Yeah.
Okay, and
And I was doing that before I gotta put this is like very important to me, before it became a trend, before mushrooms were trending, because there is everywhere now, way back before it was a trend, when no one knew what any of it was. I was a mycologist and growing mushrooms. And I can talk about it now because the statute of limitations has
okay, so we could talk about mushrooms. Hey, you know what we should have did?
Oh, yeah.
We should have did mushrooms and then just
That's gonna be our third date.
Yeah.
We'll do the oysters first and then mushrooms.
Mushrooms and just see what happens.
Yeah,
huh?
just see. Do
All right.
mushrooms make you horny?
Do they?
They definitely stimulate your root chakra. That's for sure.
Okay, so they make you. They do stimulate
Yeah,
something down there.
Something. They just like.
Have you ever been with somebody while you're on something?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did a lot of psychedelics in my relationship.
Oh, you did?
My past relationship. Yeah.
What kind of psychedelics?
We LSD, mushrooms, DMT, Molly.
What was the experience sexually?
I mean, really, it's like just like you connect on like an energy level. Have you ever on psychedelics?
No, I haven't. Surprisingly, I haven't.
Shit.
I haven't,
Okay.
no.
So you definitely like, it's like you feel your like souls connecting, basically, is what.
Through psychedelics.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, is it a better?
So it's like love making. It's like spiritual. It's like you don't just fuck or hook up on psychedelics. You gotta be like tight with someone, you know.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like deep shit. Yeah.
For real?
Shit'll send you into another higher state of enlightenment type shit. Yeah.
So how was that?
Epic. Yeah. It's like there's nothing that compares, really. Yeah.
Hold on, I hear something. What's going on here? I hear me talking on the other.
It sounds like a radio somewhere, I think, or something. Yeah.
It's me talking. What the hell? No, I'm on psychedelics right now.
That's funny.
No. Okay. So psychedelic. So you would recommend couples to try psychedelics?
Yeah, if you're in definitely you have to try at least a little bit of mushrooms.
A little bit of mushrooms.
Yeah, or a little bit of LSD.
Yeah. Now you were saying off camera that you kind of pop. What do they call people that have tried like LSD and all the DMT stuff? They say like you pop out of, I don't know if it's like out of this reality or something.
So you could like astral project, or there's like different levels of it. Yeah. So
you've had that experience.
One time, so I did 5 grams of mushrooms once, and
wow.
and so which that's called a shaman's dose or a heroic dose, and so I astral projected to the 12th dimension of Venus, and that's where I became Victoria from Venus.
Oh, see, from the beginning we were talking about how she became Venus from another planet. It's crazy. Okay, so that's how you
So I attained wisdom from like a higher state of the universe, which is that where there are jellyfish god beings that are made of light. They're the size of football fields or the size of a skyscraper that are just floating through the atmosphere. And the atmosphere of Venus is like an ocean, but made of like a gaseous state. Yeah. And so, yeah. And the light, the frequency of light that is, because all existence is.
Hold on. What's going on here? Freddy Cougar, what's going down? Hey, Freddy, God, I'm not lying. I feel like we're on an episode of Weekend at Bernie's right now.
Turn the Bluetooth off.
Okay, so
you were talking about the jellyfish. They were the size of football fields.
Yeah, and just made of light, and it's like the frequency of light is so beautiful that it like makes you cry of beauty, and it's like a frequency that we've never witnessed. There's no way to even imagine it, and it is like the vibrational frequency of love in the form of light, and that's what Venus is, like what the life that is actually on Venus, which is in the 12th dimension, which we cannot perceive unless you're in a heightened state of consciousness via psychedelics or meditation. But you wouldn't go to that high of a state through meditation because it's like it supersedes the state of meditation.
Wow.
Technically.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what DMT did. You know what? I've had some trips before that I've never really explained, and there's one that like. Well, I did the ayahuasca, right? The ayahuasca, I remember when I first started experiencing something, there was these like little furry ball things like and they were licking my face. And I was like, don't lick my face. And they were like, why? They were looking at me like, why can't we lick your face?
Like we are all one.
And I'm like, because
I am your face.
Yeah, I started laughing. I'm like, because you can't. And they were like dogs from another planet.
That's cool.
It was kind of weird, but I mean, I don't want to get too in depth in that, but God dang it, bro! Oh my God, you guys just no, but that's what happened. But you, so you were talking about something about like you had even a more euphoric. No, you were saying something about an euphoric explosion that happened, and I was. You were saying it off camera, and I was like, you know what? Save that. You didn't get too in depth with it, but I want you to get in depth with it.
Okay, so I was tripping, but like it was only me tripping. My boyfriend at the time was there, and he wanted me. It's a long story anyway, but he wanted me to trip, and I think he assumed that if I took that much mushrooms that I would obviously have a bad trip, because most people have a bad trip if you go too far. And so I was like so obsessed with like enlightenment and like tripping. So he thought like at some point it would break me and I would like be like, okay, I'll chill, like it's not that serious. But so I did that amount. He was not tripping, I was tripping. And I was just laying, when it first hit, I was just laying in the bed because my legs no longer worked, because I was experiencing like the physiology of a jellyfish, because the whole trip was about jellyfish.
You're basically a jellyfish.
Yeah. So I was experiencing like the subjective experience of a jellyfish, which is oneness with the ocean, which is life. And so
that's weird, huh? We're on the ocean too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why I was like, a boat on the ocean. Hell yeah, I'll be there.
Right. This is crazy.
So I was like oneness with the ocean, but in my bed, which what like everything is. You can go into like the science behind that, but anyway, so I was. The cellular experience of all the cells in my body being like so peaked. I was tripping for I was like all the way tripping for like 8 hours solid, so if I closed my eyes, I would then astral project to Venus, and when I would open my eyes, I would be here, and then the jellyfish would be here. Like every particle of light would have a microscopic jellyfish inside of it, and it would just be like pulsating by. Like every single atom of light is like a little tiny light jellyfish. Anyway, so when I would come back to this reality, I would have like a full body orgasm. So I had like approximately 30 full body orgasms over the span of 8 hours. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
We definitely had to change the sheets.
So
I think we needed
you had
a new
to change the
mattress
sheets? Were you like squirting and stuff?
I mean, yeah, it was intense and messy, and it was like just universal orgasm happening through my physical body. It was crazy.
So hold on, let me get this straight. You were like seeing jellyfish.
Yeah.
Then you were kind of like knowing what a jellyfish feels like.
Yeah.
And then you started orgasming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I realize like spirituality and all of that is very sexual. Like the truth of the universe is like there is some sexual nature to it, which is like, because sex is creation. Like that is how you create life, is via sexual intercourse. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like sex is like God creates life, but sex creates life. You know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. You know what? That just sounds fucking interesting, and it makes me want to do some DMT with you right now. 'Cause I don't, who knows what would happen.
We gotta definitely do that.
So, do you think, like, if I was to do some of that stuff, do you think as a male, do you think I would have orgasms too?
You know what? I'm not sure. I don't know if I've ever heard of it, because most people, when they do that much mushrooms, most people like, you know what? I have facilitated thousands of trips for people over the years. And so, but if I hear of someone who has done a lot of mushrooms without me being present, and then they have a bad trip, if you do it with me, then I can sort of help guide your trip to a positive thing. Like, because if you hear people explain what their perception was of their trip, it was actually something very spiritual and amazing, but their fear caused them to misperceive it and be like, oh, like say, like, if we're tripping right now, someone might be like, oh my god, the boat is melting, but it's like, no, look closer, it's breathing, because everything is breathing, because air is light, you know what I mean? And so it's like, if you realize it, like if you look at a tree and you realize that the tree literally is breathing, like trees breathe, that is scientifically fact.
Yes.
But we don't think about it, we just say, so if you look at a tree and you see it breathing, you're gonna be like, oh my god, it's melting, oh my god, I'm melting, you know what I mean? And you might trip out. Some people trip out, you know, because it's scary, but it's like, no, you're just experiencing the prana breath that is everything, you know?
You know what happened to me is, shout out to Matt Wagner. He was a former strip club owner.
Okay.
And we interviewed him a few episodes ago, but he gave me some, he didn't even know that, like, I don't smoke weed or I don't do edibles or nothing like that, but he ended up leaving some edibles, and he's like, try these out, man, you know, and I don't want to be disrespectful. If someone gives you a gift, you're like, so be it, right?
Right.
So, you know, I have issues sleeping, and I'm a night owl, so like, I'm gonna take some of these edibles. So I took 2 edibles. Didn't do none to me. I was like, all right, well, they didn't really make me fall asleep, but so I'll try another one. Tried 3 of them. Really do. I mean, you know what they did? They kind of made me fall asleep, but it took a little while. So I took maybe about 5 of them. I took 4 of them. They taste really good too. They're like really good edibles. And then I realized that I was high. You know, I got up and I was like, okay, now I'm high.
Dude, edibles can fuck you up. If, they're so potent.
I got me some water and my hand was stuck, and I'm like, okay, I'm high. You know, I understand I'm high, right? It's been a while since I felt high, right? So I take off my chain and I put it down, take out my jewelry, put it down. And I'm like, did I do that right now? And then all of a sudden my heart starts racing, I start getting this crazy headache. And I start just not panicking, but like feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Oh shit,
I'm like, man, should I be worried, or should I call it, like, but I'm like, I'm high, so maybe it'll go away.
Just breathe.
So
if I was there, I would be, this is your prana, your life breath. Just breathe in,
just start breathing.
You know?
So I lay down and I looked at my phone, and as I looked at my phone, I started texting everybody. Everybody in my phone, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, everybody. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave my phone there. I ain't gonna fuck with my phone.
So I call your mom, be like, Mom, how are you today?
No, I'm not lying. I was like, and for some reason, I wanted to go talk to my neighbor outside. But I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, I need some air. You know, I wanted some air. So I sit back down, and I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. But then my mind starts racing so fast, where now I became an insect. And I was every insect you could think about.
That's profound. Okay.
Every insect, and it was fast, so fast. I was like, damn, when is this shit gonna slow down? Then I became every person you could think about. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like experiencing all these lights and all these, and I knew I was high, and I said, you know what? Oh, check this out. I saw me out of this, like, I was an old man chilling with a group of friends, and I was like, yo, see that's that dude I created. He's dope as hell. I was telling him about me,
That's
like this
cool.
in this physical realm.
That's dope.
And I said, "What the hell did that dude give me, man? That's some crazy." But I knew I was high.
Yeah.
So I sat
and
back.
It's cannabis?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I sat back down and I said, "You know what? I'm just gonna write it out. Try to go to sleep." And I did go to sleep. I had an interview the next day. I woke up. I had a headache, and I was like, "It's gone."
Yeah.
But it was so fast, and I was like, why would weed or anything cannabis do that to me when I've done ayahuasca and I've done all this?
I'm like, there was a man button. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man bun?
She was. I watched her. She was like,
okay, is it anybody with a man bun? Oh, you know what? Just to kind of, she was.
He's too Caucasian. He's too. No, I don't know.
So it got to be a Mexican.
Yeah.
Gotta be a Mexican. Okay.
Yeah. Preferably a Mexican man bun.
She got some things for Mexicans.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
man bun, yes.
Man bun,
I like
Mexican.
you too. You're my type too, but yeah, specifically.
Oh, she says I'm like a
I'm like,
6.
if it's not a precise man bun, then like you're cool.
Okay, look at this is what happened. She said I'm like a 6, but
like,
if
we'll
I had a
have
man
oysters
bun,
together.
I would be a 9. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Okay. She got a thing for man bun.
If y'all see his hair grown out in the future, then you know why. Yes.
Okay. Dang. Okay. Nah, you know what? I never, as far as having hair, I never I did want to grow it out.
Yeah.
And I probably will grow it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
but
you
for
will
right now,
now.
I'll be bald. Be bald for the summer. Damn. But you got to
Like
think
next week, he has like.
man bun. That depends if we're doing DMT together, and who knows what happens, right?
You're gonna end up with dreadlocks. And
I'm gonna have long ass hair.
You're together eating mushrooms.
But I'll keep you guys posted because we are planning on doing some some
oysters, mushrooms, DMT.
DMT.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's the itinerary.
All right. So yeah, that was kind of my cannabis experience, and I didn't understand like why would I have that experience. I smoked weed many times.
Yeah.
I've never had an experience
That's
like that.
a very profound experience actually, because there's been one time that I did. It was when I was 19, when I was a chef. Specifically, the family that I worked for, one of his friends would have like how the elites receive their stuff.
Oh, okay.
They would bring like the packages of edibles specifically, and so there was a piece of red velvet cake, and you're supposed to eat like one bite of it. And I'm a foodie, and I love red velvet, and it was bomb, so I ate the whole piece of red velvet cake, and I tapped out. But I specifically so that's my one edible experience of eating edibles ever, because I don't smoke that much, whatever. It's very rare that I smoke, but I specifically experienced being like the subjective experience of different things in different parts of the world. And the one thing that I remember was I was the Eiffel Tower. Like I experienced like what the Eiffel Tower is experiencing, is chilling in Paris, just watching all the people be like, oh look, the Eiffel Tower. And it's just there like, yo, I'm the fucking Eiffel Tower.
She's the Eiffel Tower.
Like I experienced these
that explains why you're tall.
Subjective experience of like what the actual Eiffel Tower is experiencing in Paris, and I was like, what the fuck is that? But it's crazy because it's like our consciousness is all connected, you know what I mean? So you can connect to any other consciousness and experience. You can tap in with them and like experience what they are experiencing subjectively, and that plays into also empathy, like being able to empathize, so anyways, but that's like being every other insect, like that's cool. Like I understand that. I was always like, that's interesting because I had a similar experience specifically with edibles. I've experienced friends and family members, their pain. I got to like feel it in their experience of this life. So DMT and edibles, not edible, well, that was my first time actually like I've had edibles, but not that much of an amount. That was my one. I was like, I'm good. I was like, that was a whole lifetime of an experience.
As much as I would like to get more in detail of this, we're going to have to be continued. Because we're going to try the oysters and some otty things we're going to try just to see what happens.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you want to give any like shout outs or anything like that before we wrap it up?
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to her mom.
Shout out to my mom for putting me on. I would have never ended up in LA and like having an epic life if she wouldn't have like put me on to the network. You know what I mean? Hell
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be stuck somewhere in North Carolina in the cornfields. I don't know.
Right? And
Yeah.
stripping is a network, like she
Yes.
said.
Hell
and
yeah.
her mom helped her network. And so
Yeah.
for the strippers out there, it can help your network.
Yes, yeah.
Make your network
Get that
grow.
college degree. you
Yes,
know? Hell
yes. All right. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time, and we are gonna do a part 2. We
Part
gotta do it.
two.
We gotta
Oh,
do a
yeah.
part 2.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for those oysters
Yeah.
that we're gonna try and see what happens.
Yeah.
But that in mind, it's your boy Invincible, and you are watching the Gentleman Club Diary. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe, that like button, all
yeah,
that good
add me
stuff.
on Insta, Victoria from Venus.
Yes, add her on Insta,
Yeah.
Victoria from.
Don't judge me on my. Sometimes I rant.
It's all good. Rant all you want. Victoria
Yeah.
from Venus.
Yeah, Victoria from Venus.
One of the
Hell
coolest guests. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. Part 2 coming soon.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm out.
Yo, this is Victoria from Venus. Shout out to the Gentleman Club Diaries.